Good afternoon. This is our news at 1 with me, Dexter, Omondi. And drivers, be aware of your surroundings and always watch out for other road users, including motorists, border riders, cyclists, pedestrians, and school children, as they all depend on your safety for their safety. It does not hurt to share the road. Always wear your seatbelt, use your signals correctly, look around before making any turn, and remember, speed that thrills is a speed that kills. Usalama Barabarani starts with you. Fika Salama. This message is brought to you by NTSA and the European Union. And before we begin our news at 1, let's first take a look at the COVID-19 update. The total cases right now is at 229,628. Total deaths record is at 4,528. Those who are fully vaccinated are at 781,187. Average weekly new cases is at 1,174. Average weekly new deaths is at 25, and people vaccinated with at least one dose are at 3.0%. And we start off with some politics where Deputy President William Ruto took a sweep at his boss, President Uhuru Kenyatta, saying he will not quit politics nor resign. Uhuru dared Ruto to resign from the government instead of continuously accusing it of frustrating his ambitions. And as Ernest Kineibe reports, Ruto says the attempt to review the constitution under the Building Bridges initiative was the most dangerous project in Kenya's history.
Following the utterances of the President Uhuru Kenyatta in a meeting with the editorial directors of major media houses, where the President dared the deputy to resign if he feels unsatisfied with his leadership, the DP has finally responded.
In any decent civilized society where people disagree, all right, the honorable thing that leaders do is to say, I disagree with the policies of this government, and therefore I wish to disassociate myself from them, and you tender your resignation. I wish this is what people would also do.
William Ruto says that he will not resign because he was elected by the people, and emphasized that he will keep working to ensure that there comes a change.
Nimeamua ya kwamba sina nafasi ya kurudi nyuma na sina starehe ya kusarenda. Kenya hii mpaka tuibadilishe.
He proceeded to say that he has previously helped the leaders who are criticizing his moves, which he feels should not be a problem, as he is helping the Mamamboga and the low-scale business personnel.
I am a man on a mission. I have no space to retreat.
Ernest Kineibe, Tandao TV.
Moving forward, the process of reconstituting IEBC entered its final stages as 4 nominees, Juliana Cherera, Professor Francis Wanderi, Irene Masit, and Justice Obonyo appeared before the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee for their approval hearing. This comes after the Court of Appeal judgment that has put IEBC in limbo after the judges stated that the Commission did not have the requisite quorum to make policy decision, for instance, the verification of signatures for the Building Bridges initiative.
You said you contested for election in 2013.
Yes.
Did you participate in the election of 2017?
I was at the nominations.
Participate in the nomination?
Yes.
On which party?
I was in Jubilee.
Jubilee?
Yes.
How many votes did you get?
No, I didn't reach the final.
You applied for the nomination?
I was actually campaigning for the party.
You know, nomination is also a part of the election process.
Yeah.
The election is not only the general election.
Sure.
Nomination also is part of the election process. So you participated in the nomination of the Jubilee Party at 2017.
No Kenyan who is in sound mind would want to see an election like the one we saw last time. We would want to do a good process. We take control of us. We agree. And not only the commissioners. I want to imagine that the managers and the secretariat is part of the process.
The decisions that are going to affect this current election has to be done by the full quorum, so that we don't give a gap that come elections and results are announced, we are revisited with this question back there. So I will propose that everything that concerns the urgent need of this general election is brought on the table and discussed and agreed amongst the 7 commissioners that will be appointed.
We have a commissioner who has the strength of character to withstand the executive, especially when times call for it. That is the biggest thing. And that is why Commissioner Kombe at some point resigned. But we don't want you to resign.
I think it is a question of principles, a question also of respecting the authorities, but not fearing the authorities.
And away from politics, Director of Public Prosecution now wants any public servant charged in a court of law barred from contesting any political post. The DPP, who spoke during an anti-corruption consultative forum involving key public sectors fight against graft, also want the judiciary stopped from issuing restraining orders against suspected implicated in the vice.
We have charged a number of 9 governors, for example, and they're still all in office. And they still have oversight on the IFMI system. They are able to exploit those windows. We are not able to do what we are supposed to do. I cannot prosecute, we cannot investigate.
Our last reports as the Public Investment Committee, we did raise matters, and this is issues on interests that are being paid. Notoriously, road agencies, the amount of money that they have been paying, and other state corporations as well.
That support can only be very effective if government agencies are automated.
For the sake of this country, for the sake of finding solutions, we must bite the bullet.
Well, that story gives me a chance to take a short break, but before the break, I just want to bring to your attention that Tandao TV is still giving you shopping and paying your bills. And in case you're wondering how to go about it, it's very easy. Take your phone, go to M-Pesa, send in 100 Kenya shillings to pay bill number 4044769. Account number remains Tandao. And remember to send in as many times as you can to increase your chances of winning. I'll be back after this short break.